So the game I'm playing today is called 1942, originally released as an arcade game by Capcom in 1984 and later ported to the NES in Japan in 1985 and North America in 1986. The NES port in particular being developed by a company called Micronix, although Capcom were still responsible for publishing it. This is a top-down shoot-'em-up that takes place during the Pacific War in World War II. The premise is that you are a fighter pilot and your objective is to destroy the Japanese air fleet. It was one of Capcom's earliest games. This came out a little while before Mega Man and Street Fighter, and while Capcom are arguably best known for those two franchises, the one game that they were probably the most well known for back in the mid-80s was 1942. Now I am playing the NES port and not the arcade version, and there is a reason for that. Remember when I played Battle City and I told that whole story about that bootleg console known as the Super Joy, and how I was one of the proud owners of said bootleg console back in the day? Well, in addition to Battle City, another game that was featured on the Super Joy was 1942, and I don't remember if I played this a lot. I don't think I did, but I do vividly remember playing this on that console, which is why I wanted to show it here today. Now, the NES port is definitely not as great as the arcade version, because I've seen what the arcade version looks like, and it looks infinitely better than this. But again, it's kind of expected because, you know, you're porting an arcade game to a console, which, you know, is not as powerful. The NES was not as powerful as most arcade systems back then, and even though I would rather be playing the arcade version right now, I still haven't figured out how to actually get the games to work with the Mayhem emulator, so I'm just gonna settle with the NES version for now, and this is the version I'm the most familiar with anyway, so we'll just go to one player here. Also, you guys are about to hear what I personally think is the worst soundtrack I've ever heard in a video game. Like, just listen to this for a moment. Oh yes, that banging soundtrack, guys. That banging soundtrack, it's literally just a collection of beeps and white noise percussion. Yeah, and by the way, this is the only song that plays throughout the entire game, pretty much, aside from a short little jingle that plays whenever you clear a stage. So, yeah, it's best soundtrack ever. So essentially what's happening here, I should probably explain this because there's like so many things happening, and I also got a power-up right there, which allows me to fire 4 shots at once. So our objective here is that there's all these planes flying around, we just need to destroy them. Most of them go down in one hit, except for the giant planes like this one, which go down in a few more hits, but they can be destroyed and then they just fall into the ocean, and you get more points for killing those ones. I do believe you can actually steal some of these planes and turn them into your allies in order to get even more firepower. Also, I'm not sure if some of these planes can actually, like, spawn more enemies. I don't know, I kind of remember some of them being able to do that, although I may be getting that confused with another game. Good lord, there's a bunch of them on the screen. Yeah, you'll also see that the frame rate in this game is not as great as the arcade version either. Like I said, I've seen the arcade version before, and it looks way better than this, it really does. But then again, the arcade port was actually made by Capcom, and this wasn't. But they tried their best. I would honestly say they tried their best here. Just shoot this guy down right here. So one other way you can avoid bullets in this game is by performing rolls. If you press this button right here, as you can see, you can perform a vertical roll to try and avoid the enemies, which I didn't do a good job at all. Yeah, last stage, Ready Player One. Yeah, so every time you die, sometimes you will restart from a checkpoint if you have gotten somewhat far into the level. But if you haven't, then I think it actually restarts you from the beginning, if I remember correctly. Thankfully, I do have my upgrade here. You don't actually have to kill all the enemies. Some of them, as you can see, some of them will actually turn away from you when they get really close to you. I think I actually did restart from another location here, so let me just try to get these guys down here. There we go, very nice indeed. I did also get all my rolls back, and I just randomly lost focus of the game window because my laptop is not playing nice with me today, but then again, when does it ever? So as I was saying, you can perform vertical rolls in order to avoid bullets and dodge enemies. So that's one thing you can do here. The only thing is that you have a limited number of vertical rolls you can perform. See that little thing at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen with the R right next to it? That shows you how many rolls you can perform. I only have 3 of them right now. Also, when you clear a level, all the enemies just explode. I have no idea why, but I guess it's just to clear out everything on the screen because you beat the stage. So, there's 32 levels in here in total, and in order to beat the game, you need to complete all 32 stages. which we're not going to do in this video because that takes way too freaking long. I think it takes a little over an hour to beat the entire game because of that. And to be honest, the game does get a little bit repetitive after a while, because most of the game is just firing at all these enemies, trying to take down all the planes and whatnot. And it doesn't really change that much throughout the entire game. Like, all 32 stages are pretty much the same. Obviously, the game's difficulty ramps up as time goes on, as you get into the later levels. But there's not that many enemies either. The amount of enemies in this game is not, well, vast. Because I think there's only, like, maybe 3 or 4 different enemies in total, from what I can remember. Oh, yeah. Sometimes there's so much crap on the screen that the game slows down as well. So, again, very, very well optimized NES game. Yeah, another example of an NES game that runs at an absolutely horrendous frame rate. Not that many of them on the NES, though, but, you know, it's one of the rare examples. So that power-up just causes everything to explode as well. I don't actually remember that power-up being in the game. It doesn't seem like I can, like, just mash this here. It does seem like there is a certain limit as to how many bullets I can have on the screen. Yeah, sometimes the enemies won't even fire at you at all. They'll just kind of orbit around you, or just kind of rotate around you, and just fly all over the place, and just be absolutely annoying. Oh, okay, there we go. That guy was like chasing after me, but I made it through. I made it out alive. I do love my shoot 'em ups after all, but holy crap, this is kind of atrocious frame rate. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the whole game. You do this for about an hour, and you'll get through it. Oh geez. Oh wow, that was a good avoidance right there, but that wasn't. Well, I mean, do I still get to... Wow, are you serious? So I get to the end of the stage and everything explodes, but you're still gonna make me go through this whole section again, even though you know damn well I made it. Okay, fine then, game. Fine then. Fine. If you're gonna be that way, you're not gonna play nice with me. I mean, this game was not exactly easy. I don't remember this game being very easy anyway. I do remember having a pretty hard time with this. And again, I wasn't all that experienced with shoot 'em ups back then. Yeah, and then when you die, you lose your power-up. So now you've gone back to using this crappy cannon right here, where you only fire 2 bullets at a time, and it sucks, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, sometimes they'll also turn back around to try and come back at you. Okay, can I at least survive until I make it to the runway? Okay, thank you. And sometimes they keep on spawning anyway, but they just disappear because the game says, no, you don't get a chance. Okay. Yeah, then you just do a roll automatically. Also, it only shows you your lives counter when you actually clear a stage. It doesn't show you that during the actual game, which I don't really like at all. I like to be able to see it at all times, but, you know, whatever. Also, maybe I should actually try rolling at some point so I can avoid these guys a little bit better. I can get my power-up back. Oh yeah, I forgot. When they're moving away from you, they can still fire at you. I forgot about that. Okay. There are no continues in this game, by the way. There's no password system in order to get you back to, the stage you last died on. At least I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure when you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. We don't need to spam it right here because there's so little of them coming. Okay, there's like so little enemies here now. What the heck is going on? Okay, here's the orange planes. They attack in a group. The giant plane. Okay, what is that POW? What is this? What is this power up? Oh yeah, here we go. Now we have the fighters. We have the other fighters right here. Okay, maybe it's not actually stealing them because they do look kind of different. I always thought that's what this power-up was, though. You were essentially stealing, like, the other allies. Like, they were betraying the Japanese and fighting for you. Oh, jeez. Okay, give me this power-up here. I think that was the exact same power-up I got before. Okay, hang on a moment. This does make me a little bit of a bigger target, though. That's the only problem. Good God. This game is lagging like dog crap. There's a bunch of sprite flickering going on as well. Holy jeez, dude. Okay. Gotta try and clear the screen really quickly here, otherwise the game's probably gonna, like, break. Here we go. Very nice. Just keep on moving and shooting. Good lord. Yeah, maybe not the most competent port, actually, but it's still playable, at least. You know, it's enjoyable for a few minutes, but to be honest, you'll probably get bored of this pretty quickly. So maybe you'll just want to play the arcade version instead. I don't know if I can still perform a roll when I do this. Yeah, I can. That somehow does not destroy the other fighter, because the other fighter does not roll with me, but it still doesn't get hit by anything. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it just flies away. Alright, well, fine then. You served me well, at the very least. You kinda did something. You were actually able to survive, unlike the other guy. There we go. And it tells you how many stages you have remaining as well. Just plays for a little while long. Oh no, he comes back, okay. It just goes for a little coffee break or something, I have no idea. Okay, here. Get these guys out of here. This giant gray plane as well. Yes, okay, I do actually remember these guys. I know those guys were in the game as well. At least I got my rolls back. I wasted one of them for a very stupid reason. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so let's see if we can try and keep this guy. How did I not hit the other one over that way? Okay, get this power up. Maybe I should have waited in order to get that. Okay, I pressed the A button, but nothing happened. I didn't fire. Okay. Yeah, because these planes can actually come from behind me, so I gotta make sure that they don't like sneak up on me and blow me to smithereens from behind. Okay, yeah, what is going on? It's like sometimes I'm pressing the A button, but it doesn't fire. What the heck? Don't start glitching out on me now, game, because then I'm gonna start blaming you for these faults. Okay, it won't be my fault here. It will very much be yours. I will not take responsibility for my actions because I would have done nothing wrong in that scenario. Not my fault that you're broken port. Okay, that's never my fault. Here we go. Just get all these guys out of the way. Oh, okay, they're turning into me. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. I was able to avoid him. Yeah, I should also mention that the scenery doesn't really change that much either. As you can see, we're just flying over water right now. Not really changing. Sometimes you encounter land. I think there's also desert in here too, if I'm not mistaken. You only get to see that occasionally. So we're mostly just flying over the ocean. Takes a little while to get to the fleet. We'll get there eventually. It's just a game where you gotta mash buttons and move around. Because video games were much simpler back in these times, guys. I think that percentage also shows you your accuracy. I'm not entirely sure what you get bonus points for either. Yeah, it shows you your accuracy. 76%, which I guess is decent. But it could be better. It could be better. Somehow my little fighter guy managed to survive through that entire level. I have no idea how I did that. Here, get these guys out of here. None of you are going anywhere. Yeah, so I don't really know what else to say, guys. Yeah, here comes the desert, by the way. Okay, hang on. Here, let me go and get that. So I have more attack power. I have 5 bullets at once now. Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult to see as well, especially when you're on this terrain. But sometimes, because of how bright the sand is, sometimes your plane can kinda... Yeah, it can sometimes, blend in to the sand, so you can't see it very well. Oh, I actually got another extra life from that. So, yeah, it can be kind of hard to see at times, but there we go, we're moving over the landmass. I'll take you out in the meantime, because you give me a lot of points. Sometimes you give me power-ups too, which is very nice indeed. Only problem is that I lose them every time I die. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these guys are like, turning into me here. Very good. Their bullets aren't moving a whole lot. Yeah, see, it's only like some of them to fight. Wow, okay. That guy was sneaking up from behind me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I need to do some evading right here, guys. I need to really pay attention here. Because I'm about to get, like, blown up if I don't. Here, try and do something. Trying to take these large planes out is such a pain when you have the smaller guys that are trying to, like, ram into me, kamikaze style. Good lord. Maybe that's what they are, actually. Maybe they're kamikaze pilots. I have no idea. Get out of here, please and thank you. Oh, no. Aww. Well, isn't that just unfortunate? I don't really feel like playing this anymore, honestly, but... yeah, just got some little pawns. Like I said, it doesn't vary all that much, but... Here, maybe we can try getting to the next stage here. Of course, it doesn't give me any more power-ups. Yeah, the sound effects don't vary that much either. The explosions are just like one tiny sound. Anyway, we're getting off the beach here if we can. Oh my god. See, dude, like, it's the freaking sand. It's the sand, because I can't see it. It blends in so well. I do remember that little beep. Oh, actually no. There is a continue option. Oh, I didn't realize there was a continue option. Okay. Well, I don't remember this game having that. Okay, maybe we can just play a little bit longer. Maybe we can actually, like, try to get through this here. I'm not gonna play this for too much longer, guys, because this is literally the whole game. I mean, there really isn't anything else to say at all. For an arcade port, I mean, it's decent, I guess, but yeah, I'd rather just be playing the arcade version. I've never played the arcade version. I do know the arcade port was re-released a lot. Like, it was featured on various compilations, and I do believe you can find it on the Virtual Console as well. I don't think the NES port was ever released on the Virtual Console, which I guess is a good thing, because, to be fair, after playing this again, after, like, many, many years, I don't think it really deserved to be. So, I'm glad they chose the arcade version over this. Okay, please end now, thank you, good god. This is overwhelming me a little bit. Oh yeah, you get bonus points for the amount of rolls that you have left as well. Okay, that's what I get points for. All right, so I guess maybe if I die again here, I lose all my lives, then maybe I'll stop here. Yep. So you're on runway 88. That never changes as far as I'm aware. Very creative number that they could have used. Yep, here we come on yet another beach. Although this one appears to be the landmass that we just explored. We just flew over. Doesn't seem to have varied all that much. Oh boy. I don't know if what I want to take out for. Whoa, hello. How did that not kill me? Like, I really don't understand how that didn't kill me. Because I flew, like, right into it. Oh yeah, the guy can spawn like little green planes out of here, little green fighters. Okay. So yeah, I was remembering that correctly. What the heck is going on? What is with all these large planes here? Okay, maybe I don't want to actually be obtaining lives, because I kind of want this to end now. Okay, well, I mean, at least you took me out, so you're actually like getting the job done a little bit quicker. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, yeah. So we're getting introduced to these guys now. Yeah, what is this? It's like sometimes when I press A button, I don't fire. What kind of movement is that coming from that guy over there? Here, give me this. Okay, I don't know what the red one does though. Did that blow anything up, or did that give me an additional roll? I think it gave me a roll, actually. Oh, jeez. Okay, oh god. Okay, I had to use one there, because I don't think there was any other way I could have gotten out of that predicament. Here we go. Very nice. We're okay. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Okay, these guys might be a little bit annoying, though, because they are evading me so well. Yeah, it's the exact same landmass we explored before, it's just we're fighting different planes this time. That's the only difference. Okay, guys, please. Yeah, so I think the different enemy behaviors is that the green ones will try to move around you, and the gray ones will just try to run away from you when they get close to you. Okay, and thank you. Yeah, see, and the good thing is that you still get points even when the game kills them for you. But that's at least good. You rid the screen of these pests. Thank you very much. Because it's like trying to kill a fly. They're just constantly buzzing around you, and you can't hit them. Goodness gracious me. Here, take all you boys out. Take all of the boys out. Let the other boy go away, because I wouldn't be able to reach him anyway. Oh, whoa, hang on. This guy's using some pro dodging skills here. Okay, wait, get the planes back. Get the fighters back. There we go. Thank you very much. They just kind of spin back around. Here we go. Got some good firepower here. Yeah, see, it's the exact same landmass yet again for the third time in a row, guys. So not even the landscape is that varied, because you keep seeing the same locations over and over. There's no diversity in the landscape here. We're just flying over the same biomes every single time. Great port. But then again, I don't know if you did the exact same thing in the arcade version. I don't know if the arcade version was like that. Also, my other little fighter stayed there. Would have been kind of cool if I can control him and keep on going, but yeah, that's pretty much the whole game, guys. I'll try and beat this level if I can. If I can't, then well, I won't really care all that much. But yeah, 1942, guys. One of Capcom's earliest games, also one of their most successful, or one of their first really successful franchises at the very least. And this was popular enough to actually receive a sequel called 1943: The Battle of Midway. And, oh, actually, do I remember this at all? Okay, yeah, this is a boss. This is a boss. Actually, I'm pretty sure I remember that. Well, good dodging. Good dodging. Not even bothering to use your rolls. Very, very good. Okay. This is actually a boss. I actually think I do remember this. I don't know, did I get this far in the game before? If there was a continue option, then I probably would have played this up to this point. Okay, let's see if we can kill the boss then in that case. We'll try killing the boss, even if we have to use like the continue screen. We'll try defeating him, and then we'll just say that it's the end of the game, okay? We'll just say that it's the end of the game. See, the problem is that you can't fire when you're rolling, though. Oh, what in the heck kind of bullet dodging is this? I would rather have a much better weapon than this little freaking pea shooter. How are you supposed to avoid that? How does that even work? Yeah, we'll consider this the final boss of the game, guys, okay? This is not the true final boss, but it'll be the final boss of this video at least. We'll try and kill this guy, and then that'll be it. I don't know how many hits he takes, by the way, because I don't think I've ever actually fought this guy before. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Maybe I have. Oh wait, is he done already? Oh. Well. I got 20,000 points for that. Alright, I didn't realize you could shoot the propellers in front. Because I think that's what I was hitting, actually. Okay. Boss has been defeated. Someone hand me a Staples easy button. Alright, cool. Good boss fight. Good boss. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just... This is not fun in the slightest. Okay. Just, we're gonna stop this. We're gonna pause right here. Yeah, it just pauses and I can't do anything else. Fine, just keep it on this screen for now, because I'm done. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's 1942, one of Capcom's first breakout successes. But the arcade port looks way better than this, and if you are thinking about playing this game, I would recommend just playing the arcade version, because the NES port is really not great. Obviously, there's a graphical downgrade, which, again, it doesn't surprise me, because usually most arcade ports to the NES usually receive very heavy visual downgrades, or very obvious ones. I mean, look at Bubble Bobble, for instance. NES port of Bubble Bobble doesn't look as fantastic as the arcade version, but at least that one is actually, like fully functional. It runs at a good frame rate, it runs at 60 FPS. It's actually a pretty good port, despite the graphical downgrade. This is just... no. I just don't like this at all. First of all, the frame rate is atrocious, for one thing, and I've seen gameplay footage of the arcade port, and the arcade port has a way better frame rate than this. It has way better graphics and visuals, but I wanted to show this off very quickly, because like I said, it was another game I had played on the very obscure Super Joy bootleg console. So, essentially another game that I technically owned illegally. I have no idea how hard it would be to find an actual cartridge of 1942 today, because I have no idea if this game is very rare or not. I don't know if it would be, because it was one of Capcom's most popular arcade games back in the mid-80s, and even in modern times, the game is still getting re-releases. But if you want to play the arcade version, I would suggest picking it up on the Wii Virtual Console. The Wii Virtual Console version came out in 2011, and as I mentioned before, you can still access the Wii Shop channel via the Wii U. But like I said, the Wii Shopping channel is going to be shutting down soon. I don't actually remember when it's supposed to shut down, but if you want to play it, go pick it up quickly, or just emulate it. I mean, it's really up to you. Obviously, I'm not going to link to the ROM file of either the NES version or the arcade port, because I don't condone online piracy, but once the Wii Shopping channel shuts down for good, you're pretty much going to have no choice but to emulate this game, unless you go out to maybe a flea market and find a cartridge, assuming you already own an NES that you probably picked up at a flea market as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. 1942, one of Capcom's earliest successful franchises. NES port has not aged very well at all. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it was even that good to begin with. Go play the arcade version, because it's leaps and bounds better than this. Anyway, thanks for watching as always, guys. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!